They waited until Ethan's daughter was asleep. That was the part he remembered most. Not the folder, not the debt, not even Ryan's red eyes. It was the way his mother lowered her voice, as if stealing from a 7-year-old sounded kinder when nobody could hear it. His father closed the kitchen door. His brother Ryan sat at the table with overdue invoices and a business loan nobody wanted to touch. Then his mother said the sentence Ethan would never forget. "Mara would have wanted you to help family." Mara, his wife, the woman he had buried 8 months earlier. The woman whose life insurance check did not feel like money. It felt like a receipt for a life that should still be sitting beside him. Ryan's business was collapsing. His parents said one signature could save everything. They said Ethan still had a job. They said Lily was too young to understand what the money meant. But Mara had understood. Before she died, she made one quiet decision Ethan did not know about yet. And when the attorney opened the beneficiary file, the family learned that money had never been left for Ethan to spend. It had been locked away for the little girl sleeping down the hall. And the people who tried to reach into it were about to find Mara's name still standing between them and Lily. Ethan Miller was 34 and tired in a way sleep did not fix. After Mara died, he learned to move quietly. Quiet mornings, quiet dinners, quiet bedtime stories for 7-year-old Lily, who still left space on the couch for her mother without realizing she did it. Some nights, Lily slept with Mara's old gray sweater beside her pillow. She said it made the room feel less empty. Ethan never corrected her. He just washed it gently and put it back before bedtime. Before grief, Ethan had been the reliable son. After grief, his family called him strong. He hated that word. Strong meant they could bring their problems to him before asking how he was breathing. Ryan had always been the son with momentum. New ideas, new trucks, new businesses with confident names and unpaid invoices. Carol, their mother, called Ryan a risk-taker. Tom called him ambitious. When Ethan balanced accounts and paid bills on time, they called him cautious. Cautious never got a toast. Cautious got phone calls. When Ryan needed payroll covered, Ethan helped once. When Ryan needed a loan for equipment, Ethan co-signed after Carol cried. When the equipment sat unused behind Ryan's shop, Tom said business was complicated. Mara saw the pattern long before Ethan admitted it. One night after Ryan asked for another favor, Mara folded laundry beside him and said, "Your family does not ask you for help. They assign you damage." Ethan told her that was harsh. Mara looked at him with tired, honest eyes. Harsh is making the quiet person pay for everyone else's noise. He did not answer, because she was right. Mara's illness was not a movie. There were no perfect speeches every night. There were forms, appointment reminders, insurance calls, a refrigerator full of food people brought during the first 2 weeks and then slowly stopped bringing. Ethan worked, cared for Lily, and tried not to collapse in front of either of them. Ryan visited twice. The first time he brought flowers and stood near the doorway for 8 minutes. He took a photo of the hospital bracelet on Mara's wrist, cropped out the medical equipment, and posted it online. The caption said, "Holding Mara in our thoughts today. Some battles remind you what really matters." People commented hearts. They called him a good brother. They told him the family was lucky to have him. 10 minutes later, he told Ethan hospitals made him uncomfortable. The second time, he did not bring flowers. He waited until Mara was asleep, pulled Ethan into the hallway, and asked if Ethan still planned to help with the line of credit they had discussed before Mara got worse. Mara heard enough from the bedroom. Later that night, she asked Ethan for a folder from the filing cabinet. "Promise me something," she said. "Anything. Do not let my death become a bank account for people who did not show up for my life." Ethan cried then. Mara did not. She reached for his hand. Lily first, then you, everyone else after the truth. 8 months later, Ethan still heard that sentence when the mailbox delivered envelopes from the insurance company. The check stayed in a separate account. He had not touched most of it. He told himself he was waiting until he could think clearly. His family saw the balance differently. They saw unused money, and in the wrong family, unused money looks like permission. Carol invited Ethan and Lily for Sunday dinner. Lily loved her grandmother's mashed potatoes, so Ethan went. After dinner, Carol offered to put Lily in the guest room with a movie. That should have warned him. When Ethan returned to the kitchen, Ryan was already sitting there. Tom had a folder. Carol had tissues. Ryan's shop was 90 days behind. Vendors were threatening action. A business partner had walked away. The bank wanted collateral or a major payment. Ryan looked destroyed in the exact way people look when they need someone else to pay for their choices. "I just need a bridge," he said. 6 months. Ethan did not ask from where. He already knew. Carol reached across the table. "Mara's policy could save your brother." Ethan felt something cold move through him. "That money is for Lily," Tom sighed. "Lily is 7. She has a roof, food, school. Ryan has employees, families, real pressure." Real pressure. As if grief was not pressure. As if bedtime without a mother was not pressure. As if a child asking why heaven did not have phones was not pressure. Ryan glanced toward the hallway and lowered his voice. "She is 7, Ethan. She will not even remember what that money was supposed to mean." That was the moment something changed in Ethan. Not loudly, not dramatically, just enough. He looked at Ryan and said, "Do not use my daughter's age to make stealing from her sound easier." Carol whispered, "Do not be cruel." There it was. The word families use when the person they rely on finally develops edges. Tom pushed the folder closer. "It is a temporary assignment of funds. You sign. The bank sees the insurance account as security. Ryan gets breathing room." Ethan stared at the papers. His wife's name was not on them. That made it worse. They had removed Mara from her own money to make the request cleaner. Ethan stood. "No." Ryan slammed his hand on the table. "You are sitting on money while my life burns." Ethan looked toward the hallway where Lily slept. "My life already burned. You just did not visit the fire." Then he picked up his coat and left. For 2 weeks, the calls came. Carol cried. Tom lectured. Ryan texted photos of invoices like they were wounded animals. Then Ethan received a call from an attorney named Denise Park. She had handled parts of Mara's insurance paperwork before the final claim. "Mr. Miller," Denise said, "a bank contacted my office asking whether funds connected to Mara Miller's policy could be pledged as collateral for a commercial debt." Ethan closed his eyes. "I did not authorize that." "I assumed not," Denise said. "The bank did not call because you signed anything. They called because someone tried to make the funds look available without your authorization." Ethan felt his hands go cold. Denise continued, "There is another issue. Your wife made a beneficiary adjustment before her death. Mara placed the major portion of the policy into a protected trust for Lily. You are trustee for living expenses, education, counseling, and housing connected to Lily's care. It cannot be assigned for your brother's business debt." Ethan sat down slowly. Mara had done it. Quietly, clearly, lovingly. She had protected Lily from the exact room Ethan had just escaped. Denise sent the documents. There was a letter attached. Ethan read it alone. "If anyone tells you I would want this money used to rescue them, remember what I actually wanted. I wanted Lily safe. I wanted you not to be eaten alive by guilt. I wanted my name to remain attached to our daughter, not to someone else's mistake. Do not let them turn love into access." Ethan pressed the paper to his mouth and cried without making a sound. The next morning, Ryan arrived at Ethan's house. Carol and Tom came with him. Ryan looked frantic. "The bank pulled the option. They said the policy cannot be used. Why would you do that?" Ethan opened the door only halfway. "I did not do it. Mara did." Carol blinked. "What?" Ethan held up the beneficiary letter. "She protected Lily." Tom's face tightened. "That is not fair to Ryan." For the first time, Ethan laughed. Not loudly, just once. "Mara is not responsible for being fair to Ryan." Ryan pointed at him. "You are choosing a dead woman's paperwork over your living brother." Ethan's voice went quiet. "I am choosing my daughter's mother over the people who tried to use her after she was gone." Ryan had no answer for that, because there are some sentences you cannot fight without admitting what you are. Ryan's business did not close that day, but it stopped pretending. The extra truck was sold. The oversized shop was downsized. The confident sign came down. The bank also marked the collateral request as unauthorized, which made Ryan's next loan review much harder. Carol called it humiliating. Tom called it a setback. Ryan called Ethan unforgiving. Ethan called it not his debt. That was the sentence that changed everything. Not my debt. He opened Lily's trust account with Denise. He scheduled counseling for both of them. He fixed the loose railing Mara had hated. He bought Lily a small blue desk where she could draw pictures of houses with 3 people in them. One evening, Lily asked why Uncle Ryan was mad. Ethan did not tell her everything. He only said, "Sometimes grown-ups get upset when something is not for them." Lily thought about that. "Mom made it for me?" Ethan swallowed. "Yes." Lily nodded like that made perfect sense. "Then he should not take it." Children can be brutally clear when adults spend years making wrong things complicated. Months later, Carol asked if they could talk about healing. Ethan said yes, but not in his kitchen, not with folders, and not about money. Ryan did not come. That told Ethan enough. Ethan's story is not about greed. It is about the difference between inheritance and invasion. Mara's insurance was not a bonus. It was not unused money. It was not a rescue fund for the loudest emergency in the room. It was a mother's last protection for her child. And when a family uses the name of someone you love to take what they protected, they are not honoring that person. They are weaponizing them. So I want to ask you, if you were Ethan, would you ever let Ryan back into your life? Or would that kitchen meeting be the moment the door closed for good?